Hello, how y'all doing? I'm going to talk about today in this video the Astroworld incident. Now, the news of this incident is changing daily. In fact, it is changing hourly as to what really happened, as to the status of the people who have died, who are injured. It changes hourly. So I'm getting the news just like you get it, right on regular media. Now, first of all, it's my opinion only. Okay, I'm getting the same news. I believe that this was a planned event. That's what my opinion is. I mean, and once I understand that it is a planned event, that's what my opinion is. You don't have to agree with me. Everything else makes sense. Everything makes sense as to why Travis Scott did not help anybody. Everything makes sense as to why Drake didn't lift a finger to help anybody. The cameraman didn't lift a finger to help anybody either. If I go by the premise that this is a planned event, because Travis didn't show any emotion, he didn't seem shocked that this was happening. Drake didn't show any emotion, he didn't seem shocked that this happened. So my opinion is that it was a planned event. Now, Travis Scott has a history of inciting the crowd to do stuff, to fall off the balcony, jump off the balcony, and do this and do that. And I'm understanding he spent jail time for it. Now, my opinion that the original intent was not 8 people dying, was not 8 deaths. My opinion is that the original intent was 800. 1,200, 2,000. That was the original plan. 800 people dying, 1,200 people, even 2,000 people dying in this event. 8 people was not the original plan. It meant to be probably at least 2,000 people. Because everything else makes sense. And untold injuries. Because look, you got pyrotechnics, live fire in a closed space. Those pyrotechnics are going to emit carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a poison. It is an instantaneous poison. As I understand it, it takes probably less than 2 or 3 minutes to die from carbon monoxide poisoning. So you got live fire in a closed environment. So of course, you can expect some casualties. They can't breathe. They oversold the tickets to make sure there was going to be a whole lot of people there, to make sure there was going to be mass casualties. In fact, a mass casualty event, that's the first time I've even heard that word. But they knew it was planned. My opinion is that the whole thing was planned to have mass casualties. And I think anywhere from 800 to 2,000 people was the original plan, not 8 people. The surge happened, pushing forward. People were trying to, it's right there on video, people were trying to tell Travis Scott to stop the concert, the cameraman wouldn't stop, and Travis ignored all those people. And then some people were dead. He ignored that. But the worst part is that he did not stop the concert. He did nothing to help. He did not get his scrawny butt off the stage and try to help anybody. Drake didn't get off his butt off the stage and try to help anybody. He perched himself so he could see people falling out. He could see people collapsing because he perched himself on top of a platform. And more people were going into cardiac arrest. And he just continued to chant. He just continued to do nothing. He didn't get off that stage and try to help anybody. Drake didn't try to help anybody. Nobody tried to help the people. And I'm hearing they got that on video that Drake was laughing. Now see, that makes sense. When you understand that it is a planned event, Drake was laughing. Now that makes sense. Okay, like I said, I think it was supposed to be not 8 people dead, somewhere between 800 and 2,000 people dead. And like I said, none of the other rappers that were supposed to sing, none of them were helping the people. Drake wasn't helping any people, helping anybody. The other rappers weren't helping anybody, and Travis Scott wasn't helping anybody. Why? Because Travis Scott and Drake, they just typical black men who can't think, won't think 5 minutes into the future. They're only using 1/8 of their brain. They can't think, won't think 5 minutes into the future. They're not helping. They're not stopping the concert. They're not thinking. Neither one of them. Now, there's a spiritual component. Now, what I hear is that, in the spirit, people who are into witchcraft and all that, in order to get more power, more witchcraft power, in order to make more money, the businesses are making money, they have to sacrifice people. Now, they do that in Africa. They get their mother, the father killed, the favorite aunt killed, a school bus full of children killed. Okay, they do that in Africa, but see, in Africa, there's no consequence. I mean, if your relative dies by one of these means, you cannot sue them because nobody has any money. Okay, the lawyers don't even have any money in Africa. Okay, so you can't sue them. But in America, if somebody's injured, you can sue them. Now, see, as an aside, Americans and Europeans who are into witchcraft, they always try to do what the Africans do. Just like they try to imitate the Egyptians. They got all the Egyptian symbolism on the American currency. They just trying to be like the Africans, trying to be like the Egyptians. People who are into that dark world, they always trying to be like the Africans. But see, you cannot be like the Africans. Africans been doing it for 3,000 years. Okay, they experienced people. They know what they're doing. They go to the netherworld just like you're going to McDonald's. Okay. Now, people are supposed to get more spiritual power, make more money, etc., by killing people. So maybe the intent was for him and Travis Scott to get more money, more popularity, etc. Never mind they can't sing and can't hardly rap. Okay, that's irrelevant. Okay, to make money. Okay, just get some voodoo and try to make more money and get more popularity. Okay, never mind he can't sing. Never mind they can't rap. Neither one of them can rap that good. Never mind that. Okay, so Travis Scott is watching from this podium, from some type of tower. He's watching people collapse and die. He's watching people go into cardiac arrest, and he's just sitting on there chanting. Why is he chanting? He's calling up more and more demons to cause more and more chaos. That's what the chanting was about, to call up demons. To call up demons, to cause more and more deaths, to cause more and more chaos. But see, Travis doesn't understand, because he's not into the word, he's not a Christian, that the devil is a liar. The devil didn't tell him, well, if anybody's injured while you call yourself rapping, then you're going to have to pay for it. You don't pay for it in Africa because nobody has any money, but you're going to pay for it in America. Probably Europe too. You're going to sure enough pay for it in America. Okay? The devil didn't tell Drake and Travis Scott that they're going to have to pay for all of these deaths and injuries. Now, Travis Scott and Drake tried to pull off this stunt, and they thought they weren't going to have any responsibility, but they are. They're going to have it in America. I don't know about other countries, but they're going to have it in America. Drake thought he wasn't going to have any responsibility. But actually, there's going to be I think there's going to be a class action lawsuit. They're going to sue Travis. They're going to sue Drake. They're going to sue Astroworld. And see, when you're in the entertainment business, there's layers and layers of management people. I mean, there's people, the investment body that manages Astroworld, his management company, his talent company. And I put that in quotes. You're going to have to sue all those layers. The lawyers are going to sue all those layers of people. And plus, the families are going to sue Travis. The families are going to sue Drake and all the rappers that were there. Because, at the very least, they didn't render any aid. Okay? And that doesn't mention the ones who got injured, who are still in the hospital in a comatose state. That's not including them. I mean, they're going to sue. Their family lawyers are going to sue. See, Travis Scott never learned his lesson. Like a lot of black men don't. They never learned the lesson. Because black men only thinking with what? A tablespoon of brains? An eighth of a cup? They're not thinking. Travis Scott never learned his lesson. When he incited people to do this and to do that back in the day, he actually spent jail time for it. He didn't even say to himself, I won't do that again. He did it again and again and again. He never learned his lesson. Like a lot of black men don't learn the lesson. Okay, he doesn't think. He doesn't think 5 minutes into the future. Typical black man doesn't think 5 minutes into the future. Like maybe I shouldn't do that again. So my opinion definitely is that this was a planned event. There were also people who were sticking people with fentanyl and heroin. There was also some people doing that. This was planned. This was not random. Okay. And not, like I said, I think the original plan was for 800 to 2,000 people to die. Untold injuries. It was not 8 people. The original plan was for 800 to 2,000 people to die. Because they made sure that they oversold the tickets. Too many people there. They're going to go berserk. They're going to go crazy. Travis Scott's going to incite them to go crazy. So, look. And you know what? They say they got video of Drake laughing. Why? Because he knew this was all planned. This was all planned. That's why Travis and Drake were laughing. Because they knew it was a planned event. Everything makes sense when you go by the premise that it's a planned event. Travis and Drake are not rendering aid. They're not helping anybody. They're laughing. Travis Scott sitting perched up there on some kind of platform. He's chanting, conjuring up more and more demons to cause more and more chaos and more death. He's looking at people dying. He's looking at people being passed out. Okay? And that girl who is with, she's not doing nothing to help either. Okay? All she want to do is get her skinny butt out of Dodge. Okay? She's not doing anything to help either. Now, they're going to sue all of them. Okay? And I hope they do sue. They're going to sue Travis, Drake, all the other rappers, and the Astroworld. I hope they do it. They need to be sued. So if you see Travis Scott taking the bus to work, don't be surprised. If you see Drake taking the bus to work, don't be surprised. My advice to both of them was, if I was their lawyer or their assistant, I would tell them, start writing checks. You better start writing checks right now. That's what I would tell them. Bye.